What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another video looking at more transfer targets that we are going to be interested in this summer. I'm here with Slav again. How you doing, Slav? You looking good?
All good. All good, thank you.
Good to have you back on, man. We looked at 7 striker options last time I was with you, but now we're going to be looking at the big one, the one we're all waiting for, 7 right-back options. We've been waiting for right-backs for about 4 years, ever since we sold Kyle Walker. And hopefully this summer could be the summer we finally get the right back options that we need. Looks like Sergio Roberto is going to be out the door to AC Milan. That's what the rumours are, if we can get a deal done there. But we're going to be looking at 7 right back options that Tottenham could be looking at this summer. You ready to go? Let's get stuck in.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, for the first one, much bandied about, Zeki Chalic from Lille, the Turkish international. He's 23 years old. He could be available for around £18 million. Is that one that excites you?
The problem with these European right backs is I personally don't see enough of them. I don't know that much about them, but just any right back will do at this stage. Like you said, 4 years on from selling Kyle Walker, just take what we can get. But I don't know too much about him. Like you said, plays for Lille, obviously known by the Spurs backroom staff then a little bit. So it could be one. It could be a good option. But if we're going to buy a right back, it must be, I think, someone with a lot of potential and someone with a lot of already current talent. Someone that's going to take us up a level. We can't have average fullbacks. I think, as we've seen from Manchester City and Liverpool's, the most important positions on the pitch at times. You look at how effective Trent and Robertson are at Liverpool. So we need a right back that's going to be a quality right back. And I don't know if this guy is a quality right back.
Well, he has 14 caps for Turkey. He's 23 years old. He's actually only spent 1 season at Lille. He signed last summer for 2 million, and now they look like they could be making a big profit on him if we sign him for 18 million. He has 3 assists. He made 23 appearances for Lille last season. So is this one maybe we could shape in our own image? I'm thinking maybe this is one we sign him a bit younger, and he maybe could have a lot of potential to improve.
Yeah, I mean, you back anyone really at the moment to come in that Jose identifies as a good signing, and if he can come in and hit the ground running and be a good right back for us for the next 3, 4, 5 years, then great. I think we also need to buy a young right back. I agree. We need someone who will be at the club for a number of years and develop hopefully into a top world beater of a right back. So it could be sort of a hidden gem scenario.
Yeah, I think this could be a decent deal for Spurs to get. I think Zeki Chalic, but it looks like he could be one of the ones definitely first on the list. But next up, we've got Max Aarons from Norwich. He's obviously well known to the Premier League. Obviously, Norwich got relegated last season, but I think a few of their defenders definitely improved as the season went on, and as we saw when he played against Spurs, he's quite a decent right back. He has a lot of pace. Apparently, Jose Mourinho has a lot of reservations about the size, given he's about 5'7" or 5'6", so he's not the tallest of right backs. But he definitely has a lot of pace about him. He's quite decent going forward. But I think Jose likes his fullbacks a bit like Azpilicueta, good at defending first, and then if they can go forward, great. But he wants them to be solid defensively. And seeing as he's going to cost around 20 million, is this a right back do you think that Jose would be interested in?
I don't know. I have no idea what Jose is interested in. For me, I don't want Max Aarons. I think the only box he ticks is he's got pace and he comes under the English bracket, so he wouldn't affect the foreign list that we've got. But I don't think he's good enough. I saw enough last season for Norwich that he didn't really impress me that much. I think the only games he really stood out in was when they played us. And I don't think he got a single assist in the Premier League last year, which isn't great for your right back. And I think, like you said, he's not tall enough. I don't think he's a Jose type of defender. I think he might be quite good going forward, but defensively, I'm not sure. So I'm not convinced on this one. And personally, it wouldn't be anywhere near my first choice to bring Max Aarons in to the club.
Just to correct you, he got 2 assists last season in 36 games for Norwich. Yeah, 2 assists.
Still not great.
He is only
That's
20
the
years of
problem.
age. He's only 20 years of age, so
Well, there
he's
was
a
a
right back.
point. There was a stage where he had no assists. But
I'm sure, and then he got
irrespective of that, irrespective of that, though, I don't think he's really what he's not a right back to take us up to challenge, is he?
And he's definitely a right back who appears to be one of those who likes attacking a lot and is an attacking first fullback, and probably might have worked better under Pochettino than maybe under Mourinho.
I also think it would be a similar signing to Ryan Sessegnon. I also think that if we were to get a first choice right back in and have money left over to buy a backup right back, I wouldn't mind him as a backup, but no, not for first choice right back for me, unfortunately.
Interesting. Okay, he could be available for about 20 million reportedly, seeing as they got relegated to the Championship. So, seeing as he's English right back as well, help with the English quota, so it could be one to look at.
Yeah.
But next up, we got Timothy Castagna from Atalanta. He is 24 years old. He can play right back. He can play left back. He could be available from Atalanta for around 17 million pounds reportedly. He made 27 appearances last season for Atalanta, but in Serie A it wasn't as many. I think it was only 22 starts last season. He doesn't start that regularly for Belgium, who aren't blessed with the best of fullbacks or right back, seeing as Toby Alderweireld has to do a shift out there quite regularly. They were 1-0 up Atalanta yesterday against PSG, and then he came on and they ended up losing 2-1, which was brilliant.
Exactly.
So he's already got the Spurs DNA. So what do you reckon about Timothy Castagna?
I don't know too much about him other than I was excited to see him come off the bench for 10 minutes the other night, just for him to then throw it all away in the last 10 minutes, losing his man at the back post. I think, judging by that 10 minutes, I think he's perfect to join us.
Spurs, isn't he?
Exactly. I think personally now, after seeing that, I would get him in. Just 30-40 million, cost us a game every now and again. I think that's exactly what we're used to. But seriously, I just don't know enough about him. I'm sure he's got his versatility is good. Like you said, Belgium international. But again, I have no idea. I don't see him play enough to say he's the right back we need.
Well, he made 19 starts in Serie A for Atalanta last season, so he kind of started half the games. He wasn't trusted. What I've seen of him, he's not the most attacking of right backs. He seems to be a right back who likes defending, who's pretty steady on the ball. But seeing as we've got Ben Davies on the left-hand side who likes to sit back, and seeing that's why we've got Aurier who like to go forward a lot, maybe we need a right back who's more adventurous than Castagna. But he could be a good versatile option because he can play both right back and left back.
And obviously he made those nice comments as well about Spurs knocking on your door.
He said, when Spurs come knocking, you can't turn them down. And also, very interestingly, he was talking about Arsenal as well. He said, I used to be a fan of Thierry Henry and the way Arsenal play football, but not so much anymore.
So maybe we should sign him based on that as well.
I think so. I think maybe he could be a favourite. I think he's one of those fullbacks who's going to give you 100%. He'll not leave anything on the pitch. But I think in terms of quality, I think he's fairly average. I wouldn't be that excited about him. I think he's a perfect kind of right back who would be second choice, kind of backup. But to bring him in as first choice, I don't know if Castagna is of that ability. I think he's a good versatile player, but I'm not sure if he'd be.
I think I agree with that.
Okay, next up we've got Dumfries, Denzel Dumfries from PSV. He is a Dutch international, 24 years of age. He's actually quite tall, 1'9". He's quite a physical right back. He wouldn't command too much fee. Apparently, he could be available for about 13-14 million. He got 7 assists and 7 goals last season in 25 games.
Hang on. Where are you getting 13 million from?
Huh? 13 million.
Where have you got?
That's just a report.
Is that what's reported, or is that his transfer market valuation?
No, his transfer market valuation is about 11 million.
Could be available. If we can get Denzel Dumfries for 13 million, Daniel Levy's got to get that one done.
Why? How much? I thought you
were about to tell me 20-30 million.
Is he that expensive? Is that what you think?
I think he's a really good right back. I've seen him obviously play against Spurs, PSV. And I've seen him play for the Netherlands a few times. I think he played against England as well and played really well down that right hand side. And like you said, he's a big lad as well. I think he could be a good right back for us.
Is this where would he be on the higher on your list, Dumfries? Would he be one of the high ones?
And if he's available at that price, absolutely, I'd put him right at the top.
And he's still 24, so he has a lot of room to improve. He has 9 caps for Holland. Maybe I'm underestimating his price. He only made 25 appearances for Holland for PSV last season, but was 7 goals and 3 assists. This guy knows how to contribute at the higher end of the pitch, although the Dutch league, we all know, can be misleading a bit.
Although we did sign 2 of our, Jan Vertonghen no more, but 2 of our other centre halves in Toby and Sanchez from Ajax as defenders. So in the Dutch league, so.
Steven Bergwijn came from PSV, so we have a good.
Exactly,
they could have a good. They could link up well, Bergwijn and Dumfries.
Exactly. So I think it could be a good signing if we were to get that one done. I like the sound of that one.
I think he would be definitely on the higher on my list for sure. I think I'm really excited to get him over the line. Hopefully we can look at that one. I think we should be splashing out a right back. If we can get 18 million as reported, or 20 or whatever it is for Sergio Roberto from AC Milan, we have to be looking to spending quite a bit on to replace him, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
Next up, we got Nelson Semedo, who's currently at Barcelona.
Oh yes, this isn't going to happen, but
old Portuguese. He could be our favourite at the moment from Barcelona. So if he could be available.
He started the other night.
He started the other night in the Champions League.
Yeah, he started against Napoli.
He's
great. He's
reasonable. He's definitely their first choice at the moment.
Well, I mean, the only other right back they've got, I think, is Sergio Roberto, and he was in the squad, I think. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, I think it's unrealistic that he would come to us. But he is a superb right back. Saw him play against Spurs. Obviously, watching Barcelona a bit more than the likes of Atalanta and PSV. Great right back, bags of pace, decent final product. He can defend, and he's Portuguese, so Jose might like that. But no, I feel like this one's a little bit too much of a stretch.
Well, yeah, he did make 32 appearances for Barcelona last season in La Liga, he does feature quite regularly. He only started 24 of them, but it looks like he's a pretty prominent feature there. So it looks unlikely unless we maybe stump a bit of cash. I'm not sure if Barcelona are willing to accept a cut price around 25 million. This could be done, but I can't see us splashing 35 million on him.
No, but he is a good right back. It's a shame.
All right. So that one doesn't look like this. It could be on the cards. One right back who we were linked with quite heavily last summer was Elsad Hajsaj, the Albanian fullback for Napoli, 26 years old. Apparently we were linked with about a £22 million move for him last summer. Didn't quite materialise. Nothing really happened. I think we just went with Serge Aurier and Kyle Walker-Peters, although Walker-Peters didn't feature. But do you think there's more of a chance of this happening this summer?
I have no idea.
Well, he only made 20 appearances. He only made 20 appearances for Napoli last season, and only 17 were starts. So he's got 1 goal, 2 assists. So it's a player who maybe could feel like his future might be elsewhere.
Yeah, again, but it's the fact that it's also the foreign player problem that if a foreign player comes in, one has to go out. So if Aurier was to go, maybe this could happen. But I've not seen many links with this guy this summer. He used to be really highly rated in Europe. I'm not sure how highly rated he is now, but I think his performance levels dropped a bit at Napoli. And I think he might have fallen out of favour. They've had a lot of manager changes in recent years. Obviously, Sarri went out, Gattuso's in there now. So I personally, I'm not even sure if he would suit us either. What about you?
I think he's a quite a good fullback. I think he kind of falls into the kind of Castagna kind of. If he was a sub right back, if we had a first choice right back like a Walker or someone who's there, and he can come in say Europa League games and other games, he would be a very good option. But signing him as our first choice right back doesn't really excite me as much as someone like Dumfries would definitely. I think he's also a decent defensive right back, but I think we need more quality than him.
It's sort of similar to at Liverpool. They've just signed that Georgios Tsimikas as a backup left back to Andy Robertson. He's not better than Andy Robertson, but he's a good backup to have. I did a video on him for us back in around April on who the left backs were here, and he was one of them. He's actually over in Greece was dubbed as the Greek Andy Robertson. So it's a shame we couldn't have got that one as a left back for us, because he's a really good player. And it's sort of, I feel like these right backs like Hysaj and Castagna sort of come in that category of a good, reliable backup for a top quality fullback.
Yeah, but if we sell Aurier, we definitely need 2 right backs, that's for sure. Last one we're going to be looking at is Yusuf Atal, who made his name.
You mixed it up a bit here, Sim.
Yeah, mixed it up a bit. Yusuf Atal, but he was very highly rated last season, but he only made
he had a bad injury.
He had a quite injury season.
Yeah, I think he did his ACL. He's the player that can play in about 4 different positions. I know he's Algerian. Yeah, he's very good. I think he's a bit unrealistic in terms of A, price tag, and B, I think there's bigger fish trying to snap him up. He's a really good player. Can play right wing, left wing, right back. He can play anywhere.
He has just had knee surgery. You're right about that. So I'm not sure when he's going to be fit enough to return. But I think when he's fit, he's a really promising right back.
Yeah,
really
great prospect. Whichever club does get him, I've got a seriously good player.
Do you think the injury could affect his price? So maybe we can get him on a cheap if he's really seriously injured.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. About, as good as he is, I personally don't want to spend millions of pounds on a right back with an ACL injury. I don't know about you.
If he recovers well, then he could be worth the top price fee. It could be a masterstroke.
Yeah, well, I mean, but then you have to wait. We have to wait till 2021 for that.
Yeah, true.
Sergio Roberto would have already given away 9 penalties by then.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. All right. Well, those are right back options. Let us know in the comments below if any of them excite you. Who would you like to see at right back? Let us know if we've left any off the list.
We need a right back.
We need a right back.
And our final right back today on today's show will be Simeon Daniel. Available on a free transfer.
Right back for my little team. I used to play right back. You're right about that. I played right back in the game when we played Chelsea Echo in the preview for Chelsea. Got an assist.
Yeah.
From Mourinho's watching. Got a few tackles. You even got a goal in that game. So maybe when we look at our centre back options, we can have you as an option, Slav.
All right, cool. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe if you like our content.
I'll be playing in centre midfield.
All right. Like and subscribe if you like our content, and as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.